Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Jet Fuel and Whiskey, the official podcast of the jet merchants and your unfiltered guide to private aviation. I'm your host, Luis Garcia, founder and CEO of the Jet Merchants. On today's episode, we're going to provide a very generous pouring of information and insights regarding various jet card companies you should consider for your private travel in 2025. So before we get started, I do want to make it clear that this isn't necessarily a top 10 list. However, these are all very good companies, and they provide a different type of service and value to today's private flyer, and which one's going to be best is going to depend on your personal needs, your preferences, and your budget. So as we go through this list, we're going to go over some of the background of these companies, what they do, what products they offer, and why we specifically think you should consider them for 2025. So in our industry, we have over 80 different jet card and membership programs available today and growing. Each of these companies have anywhere between 2 to 4 different solutions within. So you're talking anywhere from 3 to 400 unique options in the space. And so there's a lot of companies out there. We can't cover them all today, but over the course of this podcast, we're going to start deep diving into all these companies just a little bit more so that you can have the kind of insights that you need to make better decisions. So the first company I want to talk about is AirShare. AirShare was founded in 2000 and is based in Kansas City in the Overland Park area. The CEO is John Owen, and their Chief Revenue Officer is Dylan Haney, who's been leading sales at AirShare since 2018. Prior to AirShare, he spent 17 years at FlexJet, and just before becoming part of AirShare, he was in aircraft sales for Embraer, responsible for Texas. He's a sharp guy, and he definitely knows the Embraer products. So what does AirShare do? AirShare operates a fleet of approximately 150 aircraft through its aircraft management and fractional programs. They specialize in fractional ownership, and their embarked jet cards across their fleet of Challenger 350, 3500s, and Phenom 300s. So why should you consider AirShare in 2025? Well, for one, they're celebrating a 25th anniversary. And being in this business for 25 years, that's a testament to service, safety, and value. They've also been making some pretty big moves over the last 18 months where they acquired the Wheels Up fleet of managed airplanes, which essentially propelled them from being a Midwestern type company to becoming a national player serving the entire United States. I also think it's neat that they offer the original day-based model, which for certain types of flyers, it could be a pretty cost-effective solution. So basically, instead of buying 50 or 100 hours at a time, you purchase access to days with AirShare, and then on those days, you have the airplane, it stays with you, and you fly as much or little as you want within the FAA regulations. They also have an express rate for qualifying round-trip travel where you can save up to 25% on your flights. They also have a very strong sense of community among the employees and their members alike. Not to mention, they've been betting on some pretty good winners for their ambassadors with the likes of guys like Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes. So if you're interested in a company that has Midwestern values, national reach, and a unique day-based model on Phenom 300s and Challenger 350s, 3500s, AirShare might be a company for you to check out. So the next jet card company you might want to check out in 2025 is Outlier Jets. Outlier Jets was founded in 2018 with headquarters in Naples, Florida. The company is led by founder and CEO Mike Farley, who has over 10 years of executive experience in private aviation. Prior to founding Outlier Jets, he was a VP of sales at Icon Jets and served as a VP at Directional Aviation. He's also been involved in professional sports charters and presidential campaigns. So what do? Outlier Jets provides jet cards, charters, and aircraft sales services. So why should you consider Outlier Jets in 2025? Well, one thing I like is what Mike talks about often is that every decision they make is based on the golden rule of treating others the way you want to be treated. And that's how they go about their business, which is why they focus more on a boutique aspect than on volume. Outlier's jet cards are refundable. They offer 365 days of guaranteed access and reasonable call-out times. They've also gotten creative over the years on new incentives for customers where recently they were offering a free electric motorcycle valued at about $7,500. So I think if you're a private flyer that's looking for a more boutique jet card experience and you're able to have some flexibility around the holidays, I think Outlier Jets might be one for you to check out. So the next company we're going to talk about is Fly Alliance. Fly Alliance was founded in 2019 and they're based in Orlando, Florida. The CEO is Kevin Wargo, who's been in the industry since 2011 and having spent 6 successful years in the banking and pharmaceutical industries. Chris Tasca, co-founder, began his career in 2010. They both spent time at Dumont Aviation Group prior to founding Fly Alliance. So what does Fly Alliance do? They offer fractional ownership, jet card programs, charter, and have a robust parts business where they procure aircraft at end of life and offer parts around the world. So why should you consider Fly Alliance in 2025? Well, they offer competitively priced jet cards from light jets all the way up to ultra long range aircraft. which are able to go from here in Houston, where I'm located, to places like Greece and Bora Bora. They also offer one of the shortest call-out periods in the industry for those that need a lot of last-minute travel and want these jet card guarantees. And since Chris Tasca, president and co-founder, is an active race car driver in the Lamborghini Super Trofeo series, he's been adding some pretty unique incentives over the years for new customers with their card programs, such as state-of-the-art racing simulators, and what they did back in December, and it rolled over into January, is offering a 1-year lease on a Lamborghini Urus in partnership with Lamborghini Palm Beach with the purchase of a 100-hour card. I also like that they have a level of refundability in their program and no blackout dates. So if you're considering a jet card with a short call-out period, or maybe you need guaranteed aircraft access to ultra-long-range jets, Fly Alliance might be worth you checking out. Okay, so for the next company that you might want to check out in 2025, we're going to talk about Fly Exclusive. Fly Exclusive was founded in 2014 and is based in Kinston, North Carolina. Now, if you've never been to Kinston, which I highly recommend you go check out, you should definitely stop by King's Barbecue and order the fried chicken. It'll change your life. I digress, back to jets. Fly Exclusive was founded and is still led by Jim Seagrave, who's a serial entrepreneur in the private jet space. He founded Seagrave Aviation in the early 90s, which he sold to Delta Airlines in 2010, which became Delta Private Jets. That, of course, was sold to Wheels Up back in 2020, right before COVID. So Jim's no stranger to the space, and he's also a pilot flying his own Citation Sovereign all over the country. So what do? Fly Exclusive offers fractional ownership and jet cards across a fleet of 100 plus Citation CJ3s and Citation XLS series aircraft. The company is also in the process of adding approximately 20 Challenger 350s and 300s as part of a fleet refresh, and those are going to be part of their fractional and jet card program. So why should you consider Fly Exclusive in 2025? Well, for one, they're a fleet provider, and they're also vertically integrated. That means that they have the ability to maintain their airplanes in-house and provide full refurbishments on a regular basis at a lower cost, which keeps their airplanes looking fresh, and I think there's value in that. They also have a unique day rate model for both their fractional and their jet club program. So instead of your traditional fractional programs where you pay a set monthly management fee every month, regardless of what you fly or not, you pay a set rate per day, and then you have an hourly rate. And that same principle applies to the jet card program on their jet club. So I think it works well for those that are flying longer flights, or really anyone who wants access to a captive fleet of airplanes. So Fly Exclusive claims that over 99% of their member flights are on their fleet. And so for many clients that we talk to, they confirm that almost every single flight they're on their airplanes. So far that seems to be pretty true. They also offer daily deals, which is one of the different features of the program, which provides discounts for clients that have flexibility to travel on certain days of the week. So if you're looking for a large fleet provider and one that really focuses on the Citation CJ3s, the Citation XLSs, and soon to be Challengers, or you find that day rate model appealing, then Fly Exclusive might be a company that you want to check out in 2025. Okay, so the next company that I think you might want to check out in 2025 is FX Air. FX Air was founded in 2020 and is headquartered in New York City. It's part of the Directional Aviation family of companies. Directional has been in business for over 40 years. They have 5,000 plus employees and over $4 billion in annual revenue across many combined companies, which include FlexJet, Sentient, Constant Aviation, and many more. The president is Greg Slow, and the senior vice president of sales is Rob Chaplin. Both have been in the business well over 10 years and have spent the time at the likes of companies like XO and NetJets. They're committed to bringing a boutique level service to their cardholders with global access. So what does FX Air do? Well, FX Air provides on-demand charters and jet card solutions with exclusive access to second generation FX Select Phenom 300s, Challenger 300s, and Bombardier Global Expresses. So why should you consider FX Air in 2025? For one, they have these two jet card programs called the Aviator and the Aviator Plus membership. And these provide preferred access to the FX Select aircraft. The Aviator membership is offered at $100,000, it's fully refundable, and offers preferred access to FX Select aircraft, as well as a safety vetted network of third-party aircraft at dynamic rates. The Aviator Plus membership, which is non-refundable, starts at $200,000, but does offer guaranteed access at fixed rates to the FX Select fleet. There's a monthly membership fee, but the funds never expire. Also, whether you're on the Aviator or Aviator Plus membership, you'll have preferred access to their network of Sikorsky S-76 helicopters, which are based in New York, Miami, and London. So I think for those that might be interested in becoming a fractional owner at some point with FlexJet, or maybe want to become a jet card owner with FlexJet, but may not be ready to stroke that big check yet, I think FX Air might be a good place to start to experience the aircraft and to experience the service of what it might be to be part of directional aviation at a bigger scale. So the next jet card company that you might want to check out in 2025 is JetLinks. Headquartered in Omaha, Nebraska, and founded in 1999 by the Walker family, JetLinks has been operating in the space for over 25 years. They have a fleet of over 100 managed airplanes nationwide, ranging across all cabin classes. In 2023, they announced the addition of new CEO Brent Wouters, who's a private pilot himself, and prior to joining JetLinks, served as president of Cirrus Aircraft. He has very ambitious goals for the company, and the sales are led by Executive Vice President Adam Poser, who was Director of Sales at ExoJet before joining the company back in 2022. So what does JetLinks do? Well, they're a jet card, on-demand charter, and management provider. They build their jet card program primarily on the airplanes that they manage versus an open fleet program, which is typical across most asset-light providers. So why should you consider JetLinks in 2025? Well, to begin with, I think the JetLinks today is different than they were 4 or 5 years ago. They used to focus more on a regional base model, and they had some pretty high repositioning costs where the program wasn't that attractive if you were outside of their bases. But Adam and the team have revamped their program to really position them to be a competitive, nationwide player. They've also been transitioning their fleet mostly from becoming known as a light and a mid-sized player, now being a super mid, large cabin, and ultra long range company. They have the executive jet card membership, which requires an enrollment fee and has annual dues, but it offers a simplified pricing structure, some efficiency discounts, free Wi-Fi, and access to their elevated lifestyle platform. What's really unique about JetLinks is that they offer a nationwide network of private terminals for their clients, which provides a little more personalized travel experience. These terminals are located in over 20 cities in places like Scottsdale, Indianapolis, Chicago, Atlanta, and right here in Houston. And I've been lucky enough to go check out a lot of these facilities, and they're pretty nice. So I think for the flyer that appreciates a more local and personalized approach and is looking for sort of a traditional simple jet card, maybe JetLinks might be a good company to check out. So the next company we're going to talk about that you might want to consider for 2025 is Jets.com. So Jets.com was founded in 2008 by Ed Alarcan, Manny Scarzo, and Damian Klinger, all of which are still there and very much active in the day-to-day operations of the business. They recently brought on board 20-year industry veteran and fellow charter dog, Vincent Cavanaugh, to take on the role of EVP and head of sales. Vince climbed through the ranks at NetJets Europe, VistaJet, and their partner, which was acquired by Wheels Up back in 2022. They're privately owned, asset light, and according to leadership, also debt-free. So what does Jets.com do? They offer jet cards and on-demand charter services with a focus on simplicity and customer satisfaction. So why should you consider Jets.com in 2025? Well, they offer a clean and relatively all-inclusive jet card, and they charge for time in the air, no taxi time. That can make it a rather competitive option at times. Even though the cards are non-refundable, the funds don't expire. They also offer 365 days of guaranteed access, and de-icing is included. The company also offers group charters and cargo charters as well, if that's something that you need. So I think if you're looking for a traditional 25-hour jet card program with fixed rates, 365 days of guaranteed access, and more of a value price point, I think Jets.com might be a company for you to check out. So the next jet card company that you might want to check out in 2025 is JetVia, an ATI company. So founded in 1985 and still based in El Paso, Texas, they're celebrating their 40th year anniversary being in business. Currently, JetVia is the largest Lear 60 fleet operator in the country, with over 20 jets and growing. The company was founded by Lyle Byram, who currently serves as the president and CEO of JetVia. He's been flying for over 40 years with 18,000 flight hours, and 8,000 of those are in the Lear jets. So this is an organization that definitely knows the airplanes and knows how to maintain them. Their VP of sales is Deanna Brody, with over 20 years in the space, having spent time at Bombardier and FlexJet. She's super down to earth, and the entire organization loves their Lear 60s, and they're very passionate about what they do. So what do they do? Well, JetVia provides fractional ownership, jet card programs, and charter on their fleet of 7-seat Lear 60s. So why should you consider JetVia for 2025? Well, to start, they're the largest Lear 60 fleet operator in the country. The airplanes are fast, efficient, and they still have some sexy ramp appeal with those swept wings. The jet card program starts at only $100,000 with no blackout dates and 72-hour callouts. They offer a unique loyalty program where clients can earn points for discounts and special perks across their partner network. They also offer a unique Cabo Jet membership, offering a limited number of flights to Cabo at predetermined rates. At JetVia, their Texas roots show in their service. They're straight shooters and offer simple solutions. So if you're flying with 7 passengers or less on a regular basis, and you like the speed and the efficiency of the Lear 60, then JetVia might be a company worth you checking out. So the next company you might want to check out in 2025 is Magellan Jets. Magellan Jets was founded in 2008 and they're headquartered right outside of Boston in Quincy, Massachusetts. The company is still led by its original founders, CEO Joshua Hebert, President Anthony Tivnan, and Vice President Greg Belzerian. These guys are passionate about service as well as giving back to the local Boston community, which is evidenced by their paid-forward employee volunteer program. Magellan Jets is privately owned, asset light, and according to their leadership team, they're completely debt-free. So what does Magellan Jets do? They offer a variety of jet card programs, corporate travel solutions, and on-demand charter. So why should you consider Magellan Jets for 2025? Well, for one, they've been investing in quite a bit of technology lately. Last year, they acquired FlyLouis as well as Stellar, and so they share that by developing these technologies, they expect to accelerate growth, profitability, and efficiency across the ecosystem. They offer both value-based category jet cards as well as premium aircraft-specific jet cards. The category cards are competitively priced with an optional de-icing insurance feature, and the premium-based aircraft-specific jet cards are offered on the Phenom 300, the Challenger 300, the Gulfstream G450, and include de-icing along with premium catering. Both cards have call-outs with as little as 24 hours notice. They've also been beefing up their lifestyle platform with some new ambassadors. Last October, they announced a partnership with pro golfer Dustin Johnson at LIV, and they're now the official private jet provider of the 4 Aces. They also just inked a deal with legendary golf instructor Claude Harmon III, who's going to host unique experiences and provide lessons to clients. There's a level of refundability to their program, and they also offer clients a private dedicated terminal in Bedford, which I had the luxury of checking out last year. It's a really nice place. Anthony and the guys have done a tremendous job to get that place going. So for those that are looking for a well-rounded service provider that offers a mix of value and premium jet card solutions with a growing lifestyle platform, I think Magellan Jets might be a good one for you to check out. So the next company I think you might want to check out in 2025 is Wheels Up. So Wheels Up was founded in New York City in 2013 by serial entrepreneur Kenny Dichter and other executives from Marquis Jet. As of last year, the company's relocated to Atlanta, Georgia to be near the new leadership group of Delta Airlines. The new CEO, George Mattson, stepped into the role in 2023, and he's the real deal. Prior to Wheels Up, he was co-head of the Global Industrials Group at Goldman Sachs, overseeing the transportation and airline practices. He's also been a long-standing member on Delta's board of directors. He has plenty of tools and resources at his disposal to turn things around, and I think we're seeing that transformation unfold. Sales are led by EVP of Global Sales, Robert Burrier, who began his career in the airlines and spent nearly a decade at Delta before serving as Director of Sales for Delta Private Jets. He and his team joined Wheels Up in 2020 as part of the acquisition and has been a key contributor in aligning Delta Airlines and the Wheels Up sales organization, and he has a great team working underneath him. So what do? Wheels Up offers membership programs starting at just $100,000, along with its Up for Business and enterprise solutions designed for bigger corporations. They also have a charter division, Air Partner, which is based in the UK and offers VIP charters, group charters, emergency evacuation, and much more. So why should you consider Wheels Up in 2025? Well, to begin with, they're backed by Delta Airlines, which delivered $3.4 billion in free cash flow in 2024. They've reinforced their commitment to fleet modernization by closing on a $300 million credit facility and closing on the acquisition of Grandview Aviation's fleet of 17 Phenom 300s. They're in the process of selling off their remaining Citation 10s in preparation to start adding Challenger 300s to the fleet. They're also the only jet company in the US that's offering an integrated benefit with a major airline, Delta, including Delta Airlines or Delta SkyMiles benefits and the potential for streamlined last mile travel experiences. They're also the largest King Air 350 operator in the country, which provides a cost-effective solution for those traveling east of the Mississippi. They offer a capped rate and dynamic pricing model where those who are flexible or can book in advance may be able to take advantage of potential discounts. So Wheels Up is a dynamic company that's undergoing a transformation with strong leadership and the financial backing of Delta Airlines. With a capped rate and dynamic pricing structure, the new fleet of Phenom 300s, the upcoming edition of Challenger 300s, and being the largest King Air 350 operator in the country, they may be worth you checking out this year. All right, so there you have it. So we just explored a variety of different jet card providers, and each one of them is uniquely different. And that's just a small subset of the over 80 different jet card providers that are available today. Unfortunately, the jet card landscape is complicated and it's constantly changing. Prices, rules, even company leadership can change like that. And trying to navigate this alone can be overwhelming. I mean, researching just one jet card provider can take you 3 hours. That's where the Jet Merchants come in. Our personalized jet card advisory and selection service takes all the guesswork out of finding the perfect solution. We uncover what's important to you, and then we make sure you find the right company. We'll identify the best value, negotiate the best terms, and ensure that you fully maximize your private aviation spend. And through the various incentives and cost savings that we'll uncover for you, our service basically pays for itself, and oftentimes, many times over. So contact us today for a free, casual, no obligation consultation, and let us help you get set up for success. My name is Louis Garcia, and I founded the Jet Merchants because I believe that every private flyer should have an advocate, not just a vendor. Thank you for joining us on this week's episode of Jet Fuel and Whiskey. Until then, cheers.